because I haven't seen the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Because to be honest, the movie could be great. Who knows? The movie can be great, or the movie could just flop and be the worst. Hey guys, how's it going out there? Well, I finally just saw the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It feels a little weird actually saying that now because I guess that it was supposed to come out in November and then it got postponed and then now it's February and now the movie finally came out, so it was just kind of like I was expecting maybe another postponage or something, but yeah. Just to let you guys know, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so you guys don't need to worry about any spoilers or things like that. So anyways, let's dive in and here is my review. So the first things first I want to talk about are the actors in this movie. The actors did such a great job in this movie. Ben Schwartz, the guy that does the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, he really brings a lot of life to the character, which is actually really great because sometimes some actors can't really bring characters to life, especially as well as Ben Schwartz. And Ben Schwartz just really brought the pizzazz to the character. He brought the cockiness, the lovingness, the teenagerness to the Sonic character, and then also Sonic kind of goes through a little bit of hard times. He gets he feels like he's alone, he's alone in our universe, and he doesn't really have friends or family with him. So you kind of feel bad for the character. You really feel it in here, which is actually really done really well by Ben Schwartz. James Marsden is Sonic's sidekick in this movie, and I actually had doubts in him. And he was also in Enchanted and in Hop, and he did really well in those two films. But so when I very first heard about him, I was kind of really nervous for him to do the role in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. But then I started thinking, I was like, well, he has some history and some history about working with this kind of job and stuff. So that's where I kind of started thinking well, maybe there is still hope. And when he actually did the movie, he was actually really great. I mean, how he acted, it was so believable when he was acting with something that wasn't even there, when Sonic wasn't really there, I mean. So that was what was really cool. And also, I really give a lot of respect to the actors who try to do certain things like this. I mean, this is impressive, acting really well with something that is not there and just making it look so believable. I mean, that's a really great job. Lastly, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was phenomenal as Dr. Robotnik. The only things I have to say, though, is that, well, here it is. Dr. Eggman himself, he is a funny character just by the way he moves, the way how he acts, and just certain things that he does. So he has funny personality, but then also, too, he's got a serious side, too. So Dr. Eggman, even knowing he's a really intimidating character, so of course both of these two things go really well at the same time. So when you blend the formula together, it makes it into a really cool and awesome villain. So that's why I really love Dr. Eggman so much, and he's one of my favorite video game villains. And Jim Carrey really does it really well, balancing the comedy and the humor side to Dr. Robotnik and bringing the serious side to him. Because when Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman in the video games, when he has a serious monologue in a game or even in the TV shows, he'll say something funny really fast and really quickly, and it's wait, what? And that's what Jim Carrey does also in this movie. So I think that was what was really well too. The next thing I want to talk about is actually the story plot for the movie. The story plot is basic, but yet it works really well. I guess that they wanted to do kind of somewhat of a basic plot because it's also a kids movie. You need to have a basic plot for kids to follow with the movie, but also too, it's a really good plot. You don't really want to say oh, you know what? Let's have Sonic do and just have this big, massive all kinds of things to where it makes a story so chaotic. No, it just needs like a little bit of basic plot or whatever to the movie, and it's done really well with its Sonic's backstory and how like he comes into our universe, and then Dr. Robotnik, like how he becomes like really possessive about capturing Sonic. I just think like the story was just basic and it was really well done. The special effects really surprised me too. The way how Sonic ran, and just like how Sonic was on the Great Wall of China, he was in the desert, the ring and stuff, Sonic running around the baseball field, the static and the electricity and everything. I just think that that was all done really well, and I was very impressed by its special effects. The humor in this movie, the jokes in this movie, they all really landed. And sometimes that's another thing though too that I was always afraid about in kids movies. Sometimes in kids movies, jokes don't usually land so well. Sometimes though. Like sometimes you'll get some great ones and sometimes you'll get some misses. So that's what kind of sucks most of the time. But with this movie, I didn't really see any jokes that have failed or missed. But I do have to admit that there are some jokes here and there that will come out as somewhat childish, but yet it hits and it works really well. So even knowing that there are some childish humor for kids to understand and kids could love it, it works really well, and you'll still get a laugh too, so you guys don't need to worry about it. And then also there's like a post-credit scene, so it's kind of like, it's not like Marvel though, to where like there's like an end credit scene or whatever. So it's like a mid-credit scene. So make sure that you stay till that because it's actually very exciting. So there you go, you guys. That is my little review for Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I wanted to make sure I kept this video short and brief for you guys because, like I said, I wanted to keep this as a spoiler-free video, and I didn't want to get too much into it because I'm afraid I'll be spoiling too much of it. So, overall, what do I think about this movie? Well, to be honest with you guys, I think this movie was really great. Like, I think the script was really well written, and that is the most important part also, is that you need certain movies to fall into the right hands. And I think this movie fell into the right hands. The script was well written, it was funny, it was hilarious, the actors were fantastic in this movie, and I just had a great time. And I just think this movie is great. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, because I would like to hear your guys' thoughts. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.